friends, welcome to day 5 of Inktober 2018. We're still on the Daisy Project. We will be on the Daisy Project until the 31st of October. I actually feel like it's the last day of it, only because so many people have been uploading to that album and all through Facebook and all through Instagram. Honestly, I think I get a notification every 2 minutes of a new photo to look at, something new to pull inspiration from, something new to motivate me. It is incredibly motivating. I don't know if you think I'm lying when I say that. I can't say it enough because I feel like I should be doing more to thank you. If honestly, I would still do this even if no one uploaded. I would still be on the project. I'd still be having fun and learning a lot, but it just makes it so much easier when you're sharing that excitement with a whole bunch of people, because all that energy is just kind of flying around and everyone's just super excited for each other and you're excited for yourselves, and it's just like this massive ball of excitement for just what's going on. And I think that's a really great thing to feed off of. So I am serving up heapings of that for myself and just plucking away at Inktober. I have thoughts about this piece, and my overall thought about today's piece is a resounding yes, queen. I just love it. I don't want it to sound like I'm tooting my own horn or buying tickets to my own concert, but honestly, I think maybe because the piece I did just before this was something that I wasn't overly happy with, that maybe anything was kind of going to be better than that. So maybe I just felt better about it, but I just really love it. I was probably going to love it anyway because there was cats involved, so, you know, I think I was kind of set up to enjoy this one. But having said that, I draw cats, paint cats, draw cats, create cats in such a really simple way. I actually didn't even trust that I would like it because I wanted to try something different with the cats, but I had a little practice off to the side, and I couldn't get over the fact that I did like the way that they were. Even though they were simple, I still liked it. So why was I trying to change what I liked? And then I just didn't know how I was going to incorporate the ribbons, because I had this idea that she'd have like plenty of cats in this ombre kind of, you know, shadow grouping behind her. I didn't want them to have bodies or anything. I thought if their heads could all overlap each other, she would just look like she's standing in front of tons of cats. Literal dream, literally me. So I just wanted to do all these inky cats. I wanted to kind of gradiate. Oh my goodness. Let's pretend I know that word. I wanted to have a gradient effect, kind of go from lightest to darkest all the way down the page with all these cat heads, and I thought, well, I'll put some little features on them so that they look like cats, but I didn't know what to do because I thought, well, they need ribbons. Oh, I also have to tell you this, please don't laugh. I drew a muff. The prompt for this the prompt for this was the ribbons from my mittens actually belong to my kittens. Or is that the one? Why do I keep not having the prompts list available as I'm doing this? I'm going to pull it up because I really want to make sure that that's exactly what it says. Either way, I'm sorry, I'm trying to pretend like I can talk and search the computer at the same time. Excuse me. I'm going to the iCloud Drive. Love that. I think I pay $3 a month to have like the extra storage, but hashtag truly worth it. What am I looking for? That's it. Inktober PSD. Here we go. The prompt for day number 5 is, the ribbons on my mittens actually belong to my kittens. Wow, I think that's exactly what I said, so fantastic. What a waste of time that was. Sorry. Anyway, so that was it, but I don't know why in my head I thought that a muff was mittens. And it got, like, this is how far I got through it until I realized that those aren't mittens. Like, that muff is not a mitten. How am I going to put mittens in this? She's got her hands in there. What am I supposed to do? It's going to look, she's just like holding some fluff for no reason. I was truly devastated, and I thought, I'm not scrapping this. Like, there's no way. I'm just going to have to find a solution. So you'll see at some point I actually draw her arms exploding through the bottom of the muff and then into some mittens. So it's just like she's wearing maybe a stole that fell down to her elbows, or maybe it's like furry handcuffs around her elbows. I don't know. It was a mistake. I made a mistake, but I really didn't want to throw it away because I just loved where it was headed, and hopefully the children get it. Are we still pretending this is a children's book? No, it is. I'm actually really liking it. You know, I think kids would enjoy flipping through the book to see how different Daisy looks all the time. I think that might be a fun adventure. I'd probably enjoy that as a kid. I think, you know, in today's day and age, I feel like we all maybe have a little bit of attention deficit disorder. I believe that Daisy being so chameleon-like might really, you know, win over the attention span of some children. So that's the truth that I'm going with, and we'll see what really happens in the end. I think we'll get a kick out of it nonetheless, right? Like, I think we are enjoying the process. I think we are all kind of enjoying seeing what other people do. I love the comments when it says that I had that I'm sharing a mind with somebody else. I totally anticipated that. I don't want you to feel bad about it at all. If you had these ideas and you were painting or you were inking and what I put on the screen it looks similar to you, please don't stress. I don't take any kind of personal offense. In fact, if you're new to art or you just want to practice or you just like something that you see on the screen in one of my videos, if you want to copy it straight out, go for it. If we've accidentally had the same idea, then great minds think alike, and I'm super flattered. And I just don't want you to think that there's anything wrong with that. I'd still upload it, I'd still share it, I'd still claim your credit for it. It really doesn't bother me. So yeah, and if, like I said, if you just want to practice, if you don't feel confident taking any of your own ideas into fruition, or if you just like what you saw and think that would be fun to try, then there's literally no problem with you trying that. I'm speaking for me personally. I do know that this is not typical of a lot of different online creators. I know that I think everyone's got a different idea about what they are comfortable with and what they're not comfortable with. So I'd always encourage you to check with someone if that is what you would like to do for someone else's work. But I'm just telling you straight up, like I did in, I think, a few videos ago, it's totally okay for you to do it. And and don't even think that if you copy one that I wouldn't select it for the book. I have no problems with that either. So just go nuts, go for gold. I wouldn't copy the muff, but maybe if anyone wants to redo this one and just have her with some big old mittens, that would make me happy. I'm not like mad at the design feature of her wearing that stupid thing, but it was just really frustrating to realize there. I'm realizing it right there, and you can see I'm trying to put little mittens on her. And then I think I tried to put ribbons on those because it was supposed to be on her mittens. So then I've got ribbons on mittens, I've got ribbons on a muff, I've got ribbons on her head, and then I wanted the kittens to have ribbons because those are the ones that they belong to. And then I thought, oh, do I have a couple of them missing the ribbons because she's got some of them? Like, she's an absolute thief. Oh, you know what? I should tell you, I put ribbons on there because I'm actually obsessed with ribbons. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before, but when I was younger, I had a fixation with the little... This is what my mum told me anyway, and I do remember maybe not being so young and still having this fixation with the feeling of tags in clothes, like the little satin ribbon tag. I would just play with those. I also had a full-on rhythmic gymnastics ribbon, ombre rainbow colored, not ombre, but you know what I mean, like a really nice smooth transition rainbow colored ribbon that I would jump on the trampoline with and create all sorts of fantastic. And I would also run down the street with that. I used to put ribbons on my fingers and just dance with them. I just love ribbons. Every time I did my sister's hair, I'd want to put it up with this big ribbon bow. David Jones, if anyone's familiar with David Jones in Australia, it's kind of like Nordstrom here, I guess. It's a department store, kind of shishi, kind of frou-frou. But David Jones would have those black ribbons on their Christmas wrapping. I would save those. I think back in the day, was it Grace Brothers that had the maroon ribbon? That kind of burgundy satin ribbon around their wrapping paper? Or was it David Jones? I think it was David Jones. I'm not sure, but you know what I mean when you get that really nice wrapping paper for Christmas, when they do the wrapping services in that store. I say that like I do it. I've had it done maybe once or twice. That is that's probably an embarrassing thing to admit online. Do you know I actually really wanted to work in that wrapping department? I'm obsessed with Christmas. Love Christmas. Love everything about it. And when I was younger, I thought one of my jobs, and I knew it was seasonal, but for some reason I just thought it would be what I grew up to do. I thought at one point I will be in a department store in the Christmas wrapping department. That was such a goal, such a dream. I even would practice at home, practice my wrapping, and old cereal boxes. I would wrap up extra things just to have them under the tree as decoration. I still do that now. Just to kind of, fluff it up a little bit under there. And one year I went so overboard. It was kind of like, it was my audition for the department store wrapping. And it was so ridiculous because I was like 11 or something. But in my craft stash, I had feather boas and I put ribbons and curling ribbons and, like meters and meters and meters of junk on one present. And then I thought, well, just to top it off, what if I wrapped this feather boa around it? And it was the most extravagantly wrapped cereal box you have ever seen in your whole life. I was dying laughing remembering that last year. I think I was talking to someone about it at Christmas time and just remembered what an insane child I was. But I guess it just speaks to the fact that I've loved ribbons for so long. So definitely needed a prompt with ribbons in there because it's my guilty pleasure. And I think one of the fun discoveries through my little practice today was that if I put the ribbon on a certain way, it kind of made this little mask for the cats where I could put their little eyes in there. But then the ribbon, as it kind of curled off, could be their whiskers. I was going to do multiple, but then I thought there's going to be black ribbons everywhere. I'm not going to be able to control that. So this was, I think, why I loved this so much. I think it was so effective having these ribbons kind of everywhere all over the page. It's a tricky balance, I'm not going to lie. I think I totally lucked out with it. Some I made really short, some I kind of curled up into some of that negative space because I like to try and fill the negative space in a way that looks even on both sides. I think that's what kind of brings it all together and doesn't make it look off-center or kind of heavy off to one side. You can see I didn't want her legs down there anymore. I thought it'd be better if she was standing in the group of kittens. So I did put some of the kittens over the top of her. And one of the things I really enjoy about art that I used to hate is seeing the construction lines or seeing the working lines or the the original thought that was behind something. Not for everything. I'm not going to say I'll never erase anything again, but for the most part, that it used to bug me. Like, it used to really, really irritate me. I would start over again if you could see one line that was a construction line. But now, I mean, literally, you can still see the feet underneath that cat head. And it's gonna go in my version of the book like that. I'm not gonna try and edit it out. I think it's fine. Is it really that bad? I think when you look at the piece, like I've said before, your eyes take everything in as a whole, and I think the last thing you're looking for is, where are her feet? You kind of just accept that she's standing in all of these cats. So yeah, I'm just really, really happy with this. I don't want to sound too full of myself, but honestly, it was just a really fun, accidental, exciting page that came together. So I don't know if this is maybe the way I'm going to draw cats from now on and just combine two of my life's favorite things, cats and ribbons. Maybe this will just be my style of cat. Probably not. I like to change it up a lot, so this may be the first and last time you ever see the ribbon cats, but I think they're really fun too. Oh, and I think I've mentioned the ribbon thing before, right? Because I did that ribbon seahorse for Mermaid, and then I turned it into the ribbon unicorn for Junicorn, because it all started from the ribbon Cheshire Cat from the sketch flicks Alice in Wonderland. So if you ever need evidence of this kind of stuff, I mean, this is like the good and bad thing about YouTube and the internet. It stays around. I guess I could take anything down if I didn't want it up, but I feel like it, you know what I mean? Like, why would I do that? I don't even know why am I going down this road? I think it's I've been watching way too many YouTube beauty gurus drama channels. Is anyone familiar? I've been watching way too many, honestly, because I can't get the Real Housewives of Melbourne over here. I've been trying to look to how to buy it, but I can't seem to get it from anywhere that would stream to my television. So I'm having a real issue not getting my drama fix. So I have been watching a lot of YouTube drama. I've been watching the Shane Dawson series on Jake Paul, and that's really illuminating to me. I've never understood a lot of those themes before. I didn't even know who Jake Paul was. But yeah, the whole thing I've just been super into. So I guess I was saying that my idea, like, nothing that leaves the internet ever really leaves the internet. And in that whole YouTube drama, it was, people were more worried with what people were taking down because of what it might have meant. Like, they were taking down things that didn't seem like a problem, that then opened up people's minds to where that problem might have actually been from. But I don't think you'd find anything like that on my YouTube channel. I'd encourage you to try. I'd love to know what you would find. Let me know in the comments below. Could you imagine if there was a mixed media artist drama channel? I would live. I would die, but I would live. Okay, that's it for today. I'm going to be back tomorrow with another Inktober piece and a Whimsy Ween video going up today as well. Edward Supply Hands. Check that out. Bye.